Larry Steinhouse, and welcome to Money Chat Now. Money Chat Now is a politically charged stock market pre-show giving you the politics of the day and the biggest moves in the stock market. It is presented with comedic common sense and just the right amount of sarcasm by an expert in financial literacy, and hey, that's me, Larry Steinhouse. Today is Tuesday, August 30th, and I want to welcome you to the show, and we are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and of course you can find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse, and then you can follow me on Rumble and Spotify as well. And if you'd like to connect, please go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com, and there you will find my social media connections, my email, and my text message information as well. That's contactlarry.com. Hey, just a reminder, if you're watching online, hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the Money Chat Now page on Facebook. Hey, you can also find Money Chat Now and the Larry Steinhouse Show, as I said before, on Spotify. Please go there and subscribe. And you can comment live during the show on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And please say hi so I know you're watching. And if you haven't joined the Money Chat Now fan page on Facebook, please do that now. And make sure you can always see the show. Hey, sometimes Facebook puts me in jail. And the only way to see the show is on the Money Chat Now page, not on my personal page. Please also go to the Money Chat Now page and comment there so I can recognize you. A couple of people saying hi so far. We got Linda, my lovely wife, and we got Peter saying hi. All right, on today's show, we're going to be discussing the recap and the update. We're going to see what happened yesterday. We're going to be talking about the Apple product launch, no more home test kits, and, the union mob continues. All right, Money Chat Now is also brought to you by Investor Schooling. And, of course, you can attend a complimentary class this Thursday by going to investorschooling.com. And there you will learn about real estate investing and stock option trading from those who do it every day. Hey, I want to thank the following people for sharing the page the last few days. I really appreciate it. I know Art shared it, and Peter and Mike and Mark also shared it. And, by the way, Betsy shares everything. And I really thank you for that as well. And Tommy shares it as well. So please share the show with your friends by clicking the share button and sharing it directly on your page or on their page. And you can also share it in groups as well and help your friends make more money and laugh in the morning. And I really appreciate you sharing it. All right, look at that. We got Carl back from, I forgot where he was from now. Denmark, whatever it was. I forgot. Oh, Romania, that's right. He's back. Say hello to Carl, everybody. All right, let's talk about what happened yesterday. Excuse me. Yesterday, the market really couldn't get enough of a rally to keep it in positive territory. At one point, it was up about 200 points, but it just couldn't hold on. The investors were just too scared. The Dow ended down about 185 points, the S&P was down about 27 points, and the NASDAQ shriveled 25 points down. I kind of expected a positive close, but the reversal did happen, it just didn't stay there. What I see from this was investors putting their toes back in the water just to see, just to see if they get burned. It wasn't so bad, and maybe today will be the day. The winners yesterday were energy stocks, but they really didn't move much. Tech was the worst performing of the S&P 500 sector, and because rates rose. As I've mentioned before, that when the bond rates goes up, the tech stocks, especially Apple, moves down. By the way, 3M and Salesforce were the biggest laggards in the Dow Industrials. I mentioned 3M yesterday, and I think it's a really good play at the current price of 126. My only concern is that it hit a 52-week low yesterday, but it does make it for a better dividend yield, which is about 4.71%. It's a good place to hide money while you wait and use it for better things. Excuse me. Here's something to note. The yield on the 2-year Treasury hit a fresh high, 15-year high, that is. Yike. This also caused the NASDAQ to drop a bit. Right now, the 2-year Treasury is trading at about 3.42%. Investors are looking ahead towards more Fed speeches like this week on Friday, and also we have non-farm payroll report on Friday. Last Friday we heard Powell say to expect more pain. What a jerk, by the way. If he didn't say that, we might be in the midst of a rally instead of a valley. We know we aren't in a recession, of course, because Biden said so. The leader of the people who told you can't play in a playground because you might get COVID, and the leader of the people who still wears a mask while driving, he told us we aren't in a recession. So, of course we aren't. Well, the fact is we're heading for something bad. The only thing keeping us from feeling extreme pain is the fact that people are still working and unemployment is low. However, report after report is showing the slowing of spending and the increasing of debt. Look, I see it in my own budget, and I'll bet you do too. This is what's spooking Main Street and Wall Street. As I've said before, expect the next recession and probably be around February, and it's going to be the beginning of something brutal. You know, it may not be the same as 2008, but it'll be close enough for you to feel it. I would expect the Fed to raise rates that it charges banks to about 4 or 5%, and that would mean mortgage rates would be at about 7 or 8%, and that would be the standard rate. Maybe the banks will even give a better rate on savings account and CDs. I don't know if you guys remember, but I used to remember getting 13% in the late 70s. Yeah, I put my $50 in there and I got 13% on it. I didn't know what it meant, but it was pretty cool. Then again, mortgage rates, by the way, at that time were as high as 18%. Now, I don't expect that to happen this time, but it certainly won't be what we used to in the past 12 years. By the way, are you guys feeling any pain now? Let me know in the comments if you're feeling any pain. You know, what financial pain are you experiencing? Oh, by the way, don't feel sorry for me. I just raised all my rent, so I'm okay. All right, let's take a look at the futures. Let's see what the market may bring us today. And by the way, don't forget to let me know what kind of financial pain you're experiencing right now in the comments. All right, right now we got the Dow is up 200 points. We got the S&P is up almost 30, and the NASDAQ is up 124. Not bad at all. All right, real quick, I want to say hello to a couple of people who've joined us. Oh, let's see. We've got a whole bunch of people who joined us. We got Ken. We got Glenn, we got Robin, we got Tom. Hey, we got Ken the Democrat. The only reason I call you Ken the Democrat, Ken, is to distinguish you from the other Ken. So it's not an insult. Okay, yeah, it is an insult. Sorry. Anyway, we got Mike, and we got Deb, and we got Michael, and we got my brother Seth. Thank you all. And by the way, please share it. I wanted to thank, once again, Linda, Art, Peter, Mike, Mark, and Betsy for sharing. And if you guys could share too, I'd really appreciate it. Come on, guys, just hit that share button and share it with your friends. I totally appreciate you guys. And your friends will appreciate the show as well. Hey, let's talk about Apple. So, I don't know if you know this, but September is the time for kids to go back to school. September is the time for the weather to start change. And September is always the time for the launch of the new Apple stuff. It's becoming kind of like something neat for the fans of Apple to look forward to every year. This year, Apple will be introducing the next generation of iPhones, Apple Watches, and some other new toys. This tradition has gone back for 10 years, and Apple will be having a launch event at its headquarters in Cupertino, California on September 7th. Since 2020, you know, because of the scamdemic, Apple kind of had pre-recorded announcements, and this will be the first iPhone launch with an in-person component since 2019. So they'll actually have an audience again. You know, I remember going way back, I went to Microsoft. I think it was called Microsoft 2000, was the, not Office 2000, maybe it was, I don't know what it was. And I went to a launch, I thought it was really, really cool. So these are probably really cool to attend. Anyway, Apple will also be streaming the launch, and it'll be online, it'll be on their website, and it'll be on YouTube. The press will also be invited to its campus for this event, so expect it to be heavily covered. These events are hyped by the company every year, and it pretty much sets the stage for the holiday shopping to come. It also seemed to coincide with when my iPhone always seems to break. Did you guys ever notice that? Yep, about every 2 years, my iPhone breaks right around the time the launch starts. Yeah, I don't know. What happened this time was it didn't even last this time. You know, it broke a couple of months ago and it didn't hold out. I actually bought a 13 and I could have waited for a 14. But Apple is expected to release 4 new iPhone models. And if Apple's current naming convention holds up, of course, it'll be called the Apple 14. It's rumored that the Apple will offer 2 sizes, a 6.1-inch and a 6.7-inch screen, each coming in standard model and, of course, the better Pro model. I got to tell you, I like the Pro phone. I'm not really sure why, but I always get the Pro model. This year, the Pro model is expected to get an upgraded A16 processor and upgraded cameras. The camera bump on the back of the phone is expected to be larger. I always thought, I don't know, that part of the newer model was kind of funky looking, and now it's going to be bigger. So expect the bigger looking lenses. I don't know, whatever. The new watch is also going to be launched, and that's going to be making the 8th in the series. I don't know about you, I still have my very first one. So the very first one that ever came out, I still have mine. I don't even know if it still works, but it's just sitting in my drawer. iOS 16 is expected to launch, and it'll include a new feature for Apple Pay that will let you borrow money short-term for purchases. It's going to be interesting. I'm actually looking forward to finding out the details on that one because, you know, I'm all about money, right? The new Macs will probably not be launched at this event as Apple needs more time to complete the transition to their own chip. They have their own chip called the M series. They gave up on Intel. So these newer Macs should launch in May. By the way, are you replacing your iPhone this year? I'm curious to know if you're replacing it. Better question, actually. Do you like the iPhone or the Android better? I have both an iPhone and I have an Android also. I have a very good Android, but I actually still find the iPhone is much easier to use. Which do you like? Let me know in the comments, and we will take a break, and I will say hello to a couple of people when we come back. So we'll take a break right now. I'll see you guys in a minute.
Okay, so you thought about buying and selling real estate. You've thought about investing in the stock market, but don't know where to start. Well, what if you could find a place to unlock strategies to master both real estate and the stock market, all without the headache? That place is Investor Schooling, hosted by Larry Steinhouse, an expert in real estate, financial literacy, and the ins and outs of the stock market. You can attend Investor Schooling in person or online 8 times a month. You can and will learn how to make money in real estate, and you will learn mastery of stock techniques such as options and covered calls. You will even get a chance to ask one of your burning questions to the stock option sultan, the master of picks and plays. Call 866-424-2829 for free information and receive a complimentary pass to attend classes, or register online at investorschooling.com. Don't delay. These passes are limited. So what are you waiting for? Call 866-424-2829. That's 866-424-2829. Or visit investorschooling.com. That's investorschooling.com.
All right, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. And of course, if you'd like more information on Investor Schooling, you can go to investorschooling.com or call 866-424-2829, 866-424-2829. I want to welcome you back to the show. We are here live on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And of course, you can find repeats of the show on Rumble and Spotify. Please search Money Chat Now and Larry Steinhouse on Spotify. Like and subscribe there. And of course, if you'd like to connect with me personally, you can go to contactlarry.com. That's contactlarry.com, and there you will find all my social media connections, my email, and my text message information. That's contactlarry.com. Hey, by the way, real quick, I want to remind you all that we still have room for the amazing event coming on September 17th. It's an all-day event featuring some of the most brilliant minds in business, including Hannah Kessler, the single millionaire chick, Chris Noggle, the money multiplier, Bill Walsh, the rainmaker, and myself, Larry Steinhouse, the host of Money Chat Now and the CEO of Investor Schooling. It's an in-person event, and seats are selling fast. Get yours now by going to 4mmw.com. That's 4mmw.com. Make sure you get your seats. All right, real quick, I want to say hello to a couple people online. This is really, really funny. You guys, I have to tell you that during the commercial, I look up and I see the comments because I don't, obviously while I'm doing the show, I can't look up. I can't always see them. But I am laughing hysterical at some of the comments about, I don't know, Ken, the Democrat, started out with talking about the vax, and he wants to know why Trump got vaxxed. I don't know. I don't care why Trump got vaxxed. It's his business. He goes to get vaccinated, he can get vaccinated. I just decided that it's best for me to not to. I like waking up every morning not worrying about myocarditis. All right. Also, a couple of you guys are saying that you like the Android better. I don't know. It is what it is. All right. Let's go back here. Let's get back to what we're doing. Don't forget, we talked a little bit about the recap. We talked about the fact that yesterday was a down day. I was surprised. Today looks like it's getting better. We talked about Apple launch. And, of course, coming up, we have no more home test kits. And union mobs continue. Oh, I bet Ken the Democrat's going to love that segment. And, of course, today's picks and plays. But first, did you hit the like button yet? Did you guys hit that share button? Come on, hit that share button. Once again, I want to thank a couple of people for sharing. Linda and Pat and Peter and Mike and Mark and Betsy, who shared it the last couple of days. And if you guys could share it now, I appreciate it, too. Hey, Carl in Romania, share it, too. All right. And look, by the way, don't forget to order my book, Money Hacks. And if you ordered it, please leave a review on Amazon. The reviews are coming in. I really appreciate it. I'd like to see as many reviews as possible. All right, let's get into what's going on now. There are no more home test kits. Well, it looks like the scamdemic is no longer profitable. So it's time to move on and forget about it. That's right, if your life was ruined by the lockdowns, constant mask wearing, and your kid has a mental disease because they couldn't interact in school like a normal child, or if you have a form of PTSD and get a twitch when you see someone wearing a mask, well, I have good news for you. It appears that the scamdemic is no longer profitable. The CARES Act is winding down, the emergency powers that allowed Biden to forgive the student loans, and the vaccine push is basically over. It's just not profitable anymore. The drug manufacturers are destroying doses of the vaccine because they're expiring, because people like me and most of you don't want to worry about waking up in the morning with a case of myocarditis or sudden adult death syndrome. The newest proof that no one cares and that it's no longer profitable is that the government will no longer be sending free test kits out to the public. The official reason is that the government will be ending its giveaway of COVID-19 at-home tests this Friday because of insufficient congressional funding. This was reported by a senior Biden administration official. I wonder what he or she or them they was. I wonder which one it was. Anyway, the giveaway, which include tests mailed at no cost to recipients who request them at covidtest.gov, will end Friday, according to the announcement on the site. Unless there's a surprise round of funding from Congress, the source said. A surplus of funding? Really? A surplus of funding? That's what they need to keep this going? This administration doesn't worry about funding. They just spend the money anyway. I would bet that they aren't even going to they're just not getting as many requests as so they don't need to keep the program going. Of course, the Biden administration wants to keep this charade going as long as possible, so they, because they're all upset that people aren't testing for COVID when they cough or sneeze. Hey, I just coughed. Anybody got a COVID test for me? Did you guys order one? Please send one to me. Yeah, right. You want to know the best way to never get COVID? Never get tested. Anyway, I could just see them now, and this way. How dare they don't test? That's wrong. Without these people, don't they know we need more testing? We can't control if they aren't afraid. Get them more tests. It's unbelievable. So more free tests. Do you remember in March when the White House and Congress asked for an additional $22.5 billion in funding for COVID relief efforts, warning that it would be unable to sustain testing capacity without it? Good thing they said no. 3 years now it's going on, but 3 years of this bullcrap, and finally things are starting to go back to normal. Or are they? I still see people with fear. I'm sure Ken the Democrat drives around with a mask in his car. People will follow the government right to the gas chamber if they were told to do so. We must remember to never let this happen again. Make sure you vote the doomsayers out of office this November. Oh, and by the way, go to covidtest.com and order your test before Friday. And when it comes, burn it in protest. All right. All right. Let's get into the union mob. It looks like the union mobs are starting to make some ground infiltrating perfectly good companies. Chipotle is the latest company that will be ruined by the union mob because of the entitlement generation thinks they should be union workers while they fold a burrito. It absolutely amazes me that someone getting paid $15 to $17 an hour in this inflation economy would actually vote to have their paycheck garnished for about 2.5 hours of their work month to pay for a union leader that typically does nothing to help. I don't know. I don't understand. So now a Chipotle restaurant in Lansing, Michigan became the chain's first location to vote to unionize. So that means the employees are now paying to have themselves part of this union that will probably not do a thing for them except possibly have the store shut down. I don't understand that either. They shut down these stores when they go union. The win for Chipotle organizers in Michigan comes out of the heels of more than 200 Starbucks cafes in the U.S. voting to unionize in the last 10 months. A Chipotle spokesperson, Laurie Shallow, said in a statement to CNBC, "We're disappointed that the employees at our Lansing, Michigan restaurant chose to have a third party speak on their behalf because we continue to believe that working directly together is best for our employees." Well, is she right? Well, in other news about unions, Tesla is fighting to keep their product strong and competitive by avoiding unions. A recent lawsuit brought by the employees of Tesla said that Tesla asked the employees to remove shirts that had the union logo on them. The National Labor Relations Board ruled in a decision on Monday. They basically said that they're mandating that Elon Musk basically cease and desist from maintaining and enforcing the overly broad team-wearing policy that prohibits production associates from wearing black union shirts. So basically, they were wearing the union shirts, and the manager said, "You can't wear the union shirts." I just find that really, really funny for many reasons, but it doesn't make sense on either side. But whatever. Anyway, an interesting contradiction in this case. So basically, Tesla lost, and they can't wear the shirts. So here's an interesting contradiction in this case. It was a 2019 ruling over dress code policies at Walmart that allowed the retail titan to limit but not ban employees from wearing pro-union insignia at work. It turned out that Walmart was able to demonstrate that the wearing of the logo interfered with their business. So it's true. So you might walk into Walmart and go, hey, I don't want to talk to that guy because he's wearing a union shirt, or you might, whatever, you might be just the opposite, go give him a hug. So that's the problem. So Tesla could not prove this, so they must allow the employees to wear the shirts if they so desire. Previously, the NLRB ruled that Tesla's CEO violated labor laws when he suggested in a tweet that Tesla workers would need to give up their stock options if they unionized. They mandated that he remove the offending tweet, but Musk and Tesla moved to appeal the decision. By the way, this is what the tweet actually said. Nothing stopping Tesla team at our car plant from voting union. Could do so tomorrow if they wanted to, but why would you want to pay union dues and give up stock options for nothing? Is he right? Yeah, I got to say he's absolutely right. He's going to decide to stop giving up the stock options, say you guys negotiate whatever you want. Anyway, unions are the only good for the lazy employees, of course, and the problem is they bring the good employees down to their level. I'm against unions basically destroying the companies for the employees and destroying the companies for us consumers. I'm definitely not a fan at all. All right, by the way, real quick, I just wanted to remind you about the Money Multiplier event. Go to 4mmw.com. That's 4mmw.com. We're going to have some great guests there who are leaders in the financial education world. Actually, I'd like to meet you, Ken the Democrat, so why don't you go to 4mmw.com and sign up right now. Don't miss it. Get your tickets. All right, let's take a break, and we will see you in a minute. Hi, I'm Larry Steinhouse, and one of the most misunderstood things in America is money. That's why I've written this book. It's called Money Hacks, because everything you think you know about money is wrong. And I'm telling you, everything you think you know about money is wrong. When you read this book, you will learn things about money that you did not know. You will even learn if money can buy you happiness. I have a full chapter dedicated to that. You're going to definitely want to read that. I talk about how to use other people's money to buy real estate. I talk about how to save more money, and I even talk about how to rebuild your credit score in this book. There are 22 amazing chapters in this book. This book is now available everywhere. It's available on Amazon. It's available on barnesandnoble.com. And you can order this book right now, and you'll have it in 2 days, and you'll start learning things about money that you never knew before. So order the book right now. Go to Amazon, go to barnesandnoble.com, and order the book, Money Hacks by Larry Steinhouse. Hey, welcome back to Money Chat Now. I'm your host, Larry Steinhouse. By the way, if you'd like to be a sponsor of this show, your name and product would be delivered to hundreds of loyal listeners, and also Ken the Democrat. He won't buy anything from you, but all right, he might. Anyway, loyal listeners are the watchers of the show, and as you know, we're expanding our base every day, and if you'd like to get your product or services out to my audience, and of course help keep the show on the air, I'd love to have you as a sponsor. Just reach out via Messenger, or send me an email at larrysteinhouseshow@gmail.com. That's larrysteinhouseshow@gmail.com. By the way, did you guys know we have a Spotify channel, of course? That's right, you can subscribe to the channel and listen to all the reports. They're broken out for your enjoyment. Actually, all the rants, according to some of you guys right now. It's very funny. I'm watching you guys. You guys are all telling me how I'm ranting. Of course I'm ranting. That's my show. That's what I do. I rant. Man. Hey, Betsy, I wanted to say good morning to you, too, and thank you for sharing the show last couple of days, and I appreciate you continuing to share it, and everybody else out there sharing it as well. I totally appreciate you guys. All right, so far we've been talking about how the Dow just didn't hold up yesterday. We're talking about the Apple launching new products, no more test kits because, hey, it's just not profitable anymore. Why should we have home test kits? And, COVID's over now. We have nothing to worry about anymore. The bad cold that was started 3 years ago, it's now over. We can't control the public anymore, so we don't need home test kits anymore. And, of course, the union mob continued to try to take out Chipotle. It is what it is. Coming up, of course, we have today's picks and plays. But did you guys hit that like button? By the way, everybody hit that like button. And if you want to, Ken the Democrat, you can hit the angry button if you like. Did you hit the share button yet? Come on, everybody, share it. Tell all your friends about the show. Let them know that it's both entertaining and educational. Please share it on your page or in groups that you feel will also enjoy the show. And real quick, I just want to check to see if anybody else has joined us. It looks like Michael joined us. Jose from YouTube. Thank you, Jose. And Mike and Peter. Oh, it looks like a whole bunch of people are joining us. Thank you so much. I totally appreciate you guys. And that's life. And by the way, Ken, I will never get vaccinated because I really don't like dying. All right, as I said earlier, the market just couldn't hold up yesterday. I believe today we'll have the comeback that we need to eliminate, and basically it eliminated a little bit of fear, and the market should pop. My guess is about 300 points, and we'll see how it ends. I've noticed that the cruise stocks are actually hitting higher lows and higher highs. This is typically a great sign to jump into a stock. Carnival Cruise, a stock heavily in my portfolio, hit a low a couple of months ago of $8.10, and last Friday when the market plummeted, it stayed above $9. That's a really good sign that the stock will be moving forward. Meta hit my buy price of below 160 yesterday, and I did make the plunge. I bought some stock options, and I'll be looking for that stock to hit about 170 shortly. I'm going to say within a week. We also had Best Buy reporting, and look, I kind of thought that it was going to be bad. Have you been to a Best Buy lately? It looks pretty empty and dismal, and actually the results came in pretty bad, but interestingly enough, the stock is up. So maybe it wasn't as bad as Wall Street expected, which is really weird, but the stock was actually up this morning about 2 points last time I looked with these bad reports. Chewy, the dog food delivery giant, will be reporting after the bell, and HP will be reporting sometime during the day. These are the most notable earning reports, and Wall Street won't be paying much attention to them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be right about the turnaround, but why don't we see what the Dow is doing right now? Let's see what the futures look like right now. Right now, we got the Dow up 170, we got the S&P up 25, and the NASDAQ up 107, so it should be all right. Let's get into crypto. Crypto is moving up. As the market moves up, it seems to be the way it is now. It used to be, like I said, it used to be the hideout. When the market went down, people went into cryptocurrency. Now it appears that basically the markets are running together. Bitcoin is once again above 20,000, but it's staying there. It doesn't move much more than 20,000. It doesn't move much less than 20,000, which to me means it's going to drop. It's going to drop a lot. Ethereum is just under 1,600. And to me, I'm looking for Bitcoin to hit 12,000 before I even consider it. Gold and silver are also dogs, and this one surprised me. Gold is about 1950, and silver is on a 19 again. Ugh, it hit 30 or just below 30 just a few months ago. Anyway, the Treasury bond is moving down, and now it's about 3.08%. This move should help the NASDAQ today. Maybe Apple will move up. The average mortgage rate for a 30-year fix is still below 6% at about 5.91. Expect that to move up soon. Oil is about $95 a barrel, and the average gas price is heading down now at $3.84 a gallon. Huh. It's moved at a penny every day for a week now. How many more days to the midterms? We might be able to see gas below $3 to get us to vote like the other Dumbocrats. All right, I want to thank you all, of course, for watching Money Chat Now. We're here live every morning at 7:30. My name is Larry Steinhouse. I am the host of Money Chat Now and the CEO of Investor Schooling. And you guys, make sure you have a profitable day.